For some time now, there's been a lot of talk about kidnapping cases and robberies across the country. And when there are suggestions that those behind these crimes are foreigners, one nationality readily comes to mind. Lots of Nigerians have been involved in some of the cases that the police have investigated. But what do you do, these people, when these people think about this growing perception about them and the alertness of the police to their activities? In the following report, JoyNews' intern Jean-Claude Sinzogan has been speaking to some Nigerians about these and has filed this report.
I have been living in Ghana for the past 1 year and a half. Within that period, I have encountered many uncomfortable body searches by the police. Although I did nothing wrong, I felt guilty. Anytime I have to step out, I become very anxious. And I'm not the only one. In my country, Benin, when an officer stops you, he or she will ask for your ID. That is the first step, and that's the case in many other countries. But here in Ghana, the card is meaningless. Some officers would even do body and phone searches. As a foreigner, it is shocking and embarrassing.
I was quite depressed, overwhelmed, anxious, overpowered because of the method they use.
And working on towards this road to buy food for myself for dinner. On that day, they searched me around there. I thought it was something more serious, but they asked to search through my wallet, and I had a couple of money my parents sent for me to feed for school. And seeing that money, they took me for a fraudulent person, and they were trying to sort of create a scene.
Ask for your ID when you're being searched or anything. They just come around, they just park. And when you park, the first thing that comes to your mind is, what have I done? You get scared, first reaction and everything. Okay.
With kidnappings in Takoradi, Kumasi and Accra blamed on foreigners, the hatred for them is soaring. But not every foreigner is a criminal. In fact, there are genuine people like myself with genuine reasons for residing in Ghana. So, among foreigners in Ghana, we often ask ourselves, what does the law say about the treatment of people from other countries? Sometimes appearances can be deceptive, but as a foreigner, if you have a trending hairstyle or dreadlocks and more than one phone, you are inviting officers for an unpleasant search.
News about diplomats being kidnapped in Ghana. I think they are targets or so, I don't know. I guess, yes, I'm aware of the kidnaps. It's on the high rise. I think the Ghana police should concentrate on that instead of disturbing people working at night.
Thank you. Yeah, it's true, you know, as a musician on the street for a long time, we used to jam the police, you know, and after some searches, they can take you to their places, and then after one or two things, they free, you know. I had one experience at the Oxford Street where the patrol team searched me and took me to the headquarters, and in the long run I played music and I got freed up, you know.
I understand people have complained about the fact that some officers are so hard and do not even ask permission before they conduct their searches. It's happened to me more than once. I may live in Ghana for a few more years, but as a citizen of a West African country, I do not want to live with the burden of feeling alien.
Allows police to search without and with a warrant under our Criminal Offences Act and procedures. This is a measure that is put in place to ensure that they ensure security and make sure that people, bad people, do not get away with crimes that they've committed, or to ensure safety of even the people that they search. So it's legal, it's allowed, but there are procedures that they are supposed to go through to ensure that they do not dehumanize the person they are searching. So what we will look at is whether or not the individual or the police conducting the search did it as is expected by law, and whether or not the person who was searched felt that it was done rightly as is expected.
Jean-Claude is an intern here. He filed that report. You're still watching The Pulse with me, Gifty and